In the previous video, I showed you how to register yourself in the eTIMS portal, assuming that you are somebody who provides a service. For example, you're a teacher, you're a graphic designer, you do advertising, and your client asked you to provide an eTIMS compliant invoice. In today's video, we're going to step it up a little bit. We're going to go to step 2, which is knowing how to register your product and service. And step 3 is how to create an invoice from the service or product that you have registered. Let's go. Use your credentials to log into the eTIMS portal. Let me put my password. We are in. Once you log in, this is how the portal is going to look like. This is how it's going to look like. Don't worry about navigating here. Click the red bar, all right? Just click the red bar. You're going to see the first column, which is item management. This is the area that you're going to use to register our products and services. In this section, transaction management, this is where we are going to create an invoice, all right? Forget about the third column. It's just a report of all the transactions that you've made, of all the invoices that you've made. So we won't be using this one. And we also won't be using the fourth column. So it's mainly the first column to register an item. And the second column is to create an invoice, create a receipt. So you want to register this item for the first time. We have two options: search item classification and 2, search registered item. Click search item classification because we need to know the code of the service that you're providing. This system has various services and products that are registered there. So we need to search the item, get the code, then go to the second step, which is to find the registered item. Actually, it's to register the item. So let's go and search for the specific item and service that we want to find. So search item classification. This is what you're going to see. Don't worry. So you're going to scroll down just a little bit, and we are going to search the item under search UNSPCS. We don't know all this, so just search what you're looking for. Okay, so click search UNSPS. Here you can search by category. I don't know why they assumed we know the code, so don't search using the code here. We are going to search using the category name. So we are going to type the service, just the idea of the service that you're going to provide. For example, if you provide legal services, you can search legal. You just type legal, then you search it. So you can see that we have a drop down of all the legal services that are registered in the eTIMS portal. You can either do legal software, you can do legal staffing needs, permanent legal needs, you can do legal services. So I think this can suit you if you are in the legal service area. So legal assistant services, you can just select something. Let's say that you are a marketer. So you can search marketing and see what pops up. You can see that we have so many marketing commodities and families. So we have sales and marketing software, telemarketing, marketing analysis. What type of marketing do you do? So you have to select, plus we have the second page. So that's up to you to select. If you can't find it, you just have to select one that is close to it. All right. So let's say that you're a graphic designer. You search graphic design. Yeah, so for graphic design, we only have one. You just need to know this code so you can copy it. In my case, I'm going to register. I've registered internet advertising. I've registered advertising. So let me register let me register marketing. All right. Let me register marketing. Yeah, I think marketing will work. So I don't have a software. Let me say digital marketing fulfillment. Yeah, let me just select this. All right. So I'm going to write this code down. 8014. 80141606. I am searching here to find the code. Then we will head over to the second classification. You remember the second classification of search registered item? This is where we started here. Let me show you. We started here. So now I have already written down the code. I'm going to go here. Let me click this place. So you can see that these are some of the services that are registered under my platform, under my eTIMS portal. You scroll down, then you look for this red button, register. You click register because we want to register it for the first time. This one is going to take time. So let me pause the video and come back. All right. You're going to have a pop-up that looks like this. So you remember that code, the one that I asked you to copy. You have to type it here. Mine was 801 801 801 416. I think that is enough. 416. You can see that even without typing the whole code, I have a few selection. So I can select any item that starts with 80416. It means that they are in the same family or class. So in my case, I'm going to select promotional product management service recognition. Okay, I can select any for the sake of this video. So let me say sponsorship of event or celebrity, direct marketing, fulfillment. So let me just select which one? Let me select promotional programming service. Yeah, so let me select that. For the tax type, I'm not registered for VAT. Remember when we registered for the first time, I had registered myself as somebody who doesn't pay any VAT, so it comes automatic. If you're registered, you're a company, just select registered for VAT. Item name, here you can give it any name. It's a custom name. So in my case, I'm going to say promotional video because I have done that for some clients. Promotional video marketing. Item type, select service. It's a service. If you're providing a product, if it's a raw material, something that can be touched, select raw material. If it's a finished product, just select finished product. So mine is a service. Country of origin, Kenya. Where is Kenya? Kenya is here. Packaging unit. Okay, so this is the unit at which you measure what you're selling. If you're selling per can, for example, if you're selling sodas that are canned, so you can say can. If you're selling bags, let's say that you're selling wheat, and you're selling in bags, like that's your metric. Bags, I sell 5 bags or 5, okay, let me just say 5 bags of avocado. 5 bags of avocado. You can select bags, but if you don't know what to select, just select net. In my case, I'm going to select net. Net. Okay, just select net. Quantity units. This is the quantity. So it can be measured in gallons. It can be measured in bags. Again, it can be measured in bundles. Again, so for me, I just select number. Look for number. Just select number. Okay, just select net, select number. Barcode, we're going to leave that as empty. Active, so we want this item to be active. Whether it's available to apply for insurance, unapplied. Whatever service or product that I'm selling doesn't apply for any insurance. Basic unit price, VAT included. So imagine, or ask yourself, how much are you going to be charging per unit, per net, per what I've talked about? If you have a flat fee that you charge clients, it can be 5,000 shillings, it can be 10,000 shillings, it can be 8,000 shillings. If you're registered for VAT, you have to add the 16% on top. So for example, I charge clients 10,000 per video. All right. I can type 10,000, but if I was registered for VAT, just add the 16%, so it's going to be 11,160. But since I'm not registered for VAT, it was supposed to be 11,160, not 150, but you get it. So just type 10,000. The good thing is that in as much as we are putting the 10,000 here, we still have the option of changing this amount when we are creating an invoice. So don't let this worry you. Just type any number that you feel you're comfortable with. You can always edit it in the invoice creation process. I don't have any additional information, so I'm going to go ahead and save this. Yes, I want to register the item. Okay, it's registered. Now have you noticed that the service that I'm providing has popped up? Initially, I had two services, just internet advertising and advertising. Now I have promotional program management service. So whatever item that you're going to add, it's going to show up on this window. All right. If you ever get lost, like you touch somewhere and you don't know how to navigate, just click outside, right? In case you tap anywhere, just click outside in the white area. So we have registered the item. The next step is to create an invoice. Let's do it. I'm going to create an invoice using internet advertising. So what are we waiting for? The only thing that you're going to do is you're going to go to the sales receipt. You're trying to generate a sales receipt. That's it. Don't worry about these other things. All right. So click sales receipt. It's taking some time. Let's just let's give it some time. The system is down. It's always down. Okay, let me be patient. Sales receipt. Okay, it's taking time now. Okay, so this is what you're going to see next. Let's give it time to load. It's still loading. Oh, okay. 100 years later. I'm exaggerating a little bit. But you can see here that the sales date lies between 25th March to 1st. Today is 1st April 2025. So once this is done, I don't know why it's taking time. We are just going to click add. That's it. We're trying to add an item to the receipt, the sales receipt that we're trying to generate. Now we're going to select add. We're trying to add an item to the sales receipt. So click add. This is how it's going to look like. Here we're going to type the KRA PIN of the person who is purchasing your services. Here we're going to type the name of the company that is purchasing your services. Here we're going to type the mobile number of the company that is purchasing your mobile services. So let me go ahead and do that. You're paid via cash, credit, bank, it doesn't really matter. Just select the one that you're going to be paid with. I'm going to select debit or credit card. Here, just leave this space empty as it is. Whatever it is that you're going to fill out down here, the sales item list is going to be updated here automatically. I'll show you. So we're going to select the item. Remember, you had already registered the item for the first time. So now you're searching for the item. So you click search. This is the item that I had registered. It's actually fixed, like the system gives you a list of items. So this is not something that you can type here. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to use this plus icon to add the item to one of, or rather to add the service or the product to the sales items. So I'm going to click here. Assuming that you had registered other services, assuming that you are a graphic designer, so you're not doing internet advertising. There's a class for that, for the website designers, the people who are in the digital space. If you are in the farming space, it's the same thing. There's something for you here. So for me, it's going to be internet advertising. I'm going to click the plus icon. So what you're going to see is the item that I had registered under this class. I had registered this before. So I'm going to click it just to select it. So you just select there. You can see that the item name has changed. It's now promotional. Previously, it was showing something advertising. Yeah. So for the package, you just say one package. Quantity is 1. I'll show you what this means. And the unit price is 10,000 shillings. So assuming that I was providing two types of services, I would type here as 2. You can see that the total item price has multiplied by 2. So this measures your quantity, assuming that you've provided 4 services of a similar amount. You just type here 4. You type here 5, and it's going to be automatically calculated. Now the unit price is inclusive of VAT. Let me edit this to 1. Whatever it is that you're going to type here, depending on whether you're registered for value added tax or not, you have to type it here. For me, I'm not registered for value added tax. But in case your company is registered for VAT, or your name, okay, let's say your company is registered for VAT, assuming that this is for a business, you'll have to include the amount inclusive of VAT. For example, if you charge, of course, 16% on the 10,000, it's going to be 1160. So if you're registered for VAT, you're going to type here 11,000, 600, not 1160. It's going to be 11,600. Exactly. So this amount is inclusive of the 16% of the 10,000. Now, discount, I'm not offering any discount, but in case I was offering any discount, I can say 10%. Look at how the numbers, actually, this is the discount rate, so it has to be a percentage. It can be 4. Let me see. It can be 4%. Let me see. Okay, anyway. Okay, so for the discount, I'm going to offer 0 discount. That's why the amount here is 0. But in case I was offering, let's say 2%, I don't know why it's not calculating. Something wrong with this system. But ideally, if I type here discount rate, this is the percentage. The amount is supposed to be automatically calculated here, the discount that I'm offering. So anyway, we're going to leave this at 0. That's it. Now, in case you want to add another item to this receipt, to the same company, assuming that you're invoicing the company 3 different types of services, you just go here plus, and you have the same information shown to you. Again, you have to select the item name, the package, the quantity. If it's let's say if it's 3, let me just type it here so that you can see, what happens. You can see 16,000 times 3 is 48,000. So you're going to be charged 48,000. Remember, again, it has to be inclusive of VAT when you're creating this invoice. You can see that the amount here has changed. You remember where I told you don't type anything, it's going to be automatically calculated. It's going to be a total of all the services or the products or the items that you have listed in your invoice. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this, assuming that you don't want to do it. You just click the minus sign. Now I only have 1 item to my list. So let's go ahead and save this. You can see that we have this pop-up message. Do you want to register this item? So yes, I want to register it. It's registered. This is how it looks like. You can see how it looks like. This is the sales date. So let me go ahead and show you how the actual invoice looks like. Now, assuming that you wanted to create another invoice before I show you how this invoice looks like, you're going to click here again, add. All right, that's how it's going to look like. So let me go back before I add another item. If you want to see this invoice, you're going to click this number here, the invoice number. These are the total number of invoices that I have generated. So invoice number 6, you click it here. This is how it's going to look like. Let me download it. But this is how it looks like generally. You can see, just forget about everything here. The most important thing is the total tax amount, the total everything here. I've noticed that the amount that I used was inclusive of VAT and it's higher than usual. So I have to remove this invoice. You cannot delete an invoice because I've noticed that the amount that I used here was excess. It was supposed to be 10,000 Kenyan shillings and not 11,600 because I'm not registered for VAT. So what you can do is you can't delete this invoice. You can only create something known as a credit note. A credit note is sort of like you returning what you don't deserve of, or you've over invoiced, so you want a certain amount of money to be reduced. Since you can't delete it, since you've already generated an item, you can only create a credit note of the amount that you want to offset. In this case, let me offset everything, but the ideal situation is you only offset the amount of money that is in excess, assuming that this invoice has already been generated and has been filed tax for. So that's why you do that. I'm going to create a credit note of 11,600 because one of the reasons was, let me select the correct one. I just said select. What reason? Raw material shortage, missing waiting quantity. Let me just say other reason. Save. Yes. But so that's it. You can see that I have another invoice that has been generated here, but it's a credit note. All right. So it has offset the original invoice that I did. Let me go ahead and create the correct invoice. Then I'll show you how the invoice looks like. A negative, I created a credit note. So it's like it's zero. It has offset everything. Now this is the other invoice that I've created. I'm going to generate this and share this with the company that I have invoiced. So for you to download this receipt, remember this is the invoice number, this is the receipt number. The invoice number is just the invoice, but for you to download the receipt that you have, this time you won't click the invoice number. The invoice number just shows you the details. This time you're going to create the receipt number. So you're going to click this one, then you're going to download it. Let me download it. Receipt. So it's downloaded. This is how it looks like. You can see how it looks like. Now this information has already been generated and will be shared with the company that you've generated an invoice for. It's automatic. They're going to receive something on email that looks like this, and you're also going to receive something on email that looks like this. I hope this video helped you. You can check out the other video that helps you create or sign up for the first time so that you can be able to do this similar process. See ya.